You are a powerful co-creator of reality. You create with the innate divine power of your consciousness in every moment of your life. According to the angels, you are about to receive a life-shifting reminder of your divine power as a reality co-creator. Get ready for big downloads and insights as we prepare for the powerful 11/11 new moon portal. And of course, I'll be sharing angel messages that will guide you for the whole of this new moon cycle, spanning from November 11th through the 26th, 2023. In this video, I'm going to share everything you need to know about the powerful 11/11 new moon energy portal. Let's set the stage with a quick review of where we've been in terms of the collective spiritual and cosmic energies lately. Throughout October and early November, we had a super intense eclipse season. If you watched my eclipse videos, then you'll remember that eclipses bring about major endings and new beginnings that often set the tone for a permanent change, a new timeline or trajectory for your life and spiritual growth. We're now officially moving out of the eclipse season and integrating the changes that were set into motion during that time. In particular, we're integrating major lessons in karmic healing related to our power, which takes us to the powerful energy portal opening up on November 11th. This date is powerful for two reasons. Both the numerology and astrology surrounding this date depict a convergence of massive soul lessons and empowerment. Let's start by talking about the numerology of November 11th. First off, on November 11th, the date, of course, reads 11/11. God's consciousness expresses itself through many beautiful, complex languages of divine truth, including music, geometry, physics, mathematics, and so much more. Within these languages of God, numbers play an important role. They can act like shorthand or code for certain messages or truths that are being guided into your awareness. 11/11 is one of the most well-known of these spiritual codes, often referred to as angel numbers. The meaning of this angel number is, you are one with the highest divine creator source mind. As such, you are a channel for the same power that created the universe from scratch. You wield that divine creative power through your consciousness. So, become aware of your thoughts and beliefs. What are you focusing on? Are you using your powerful awareness to lend power and creative energy to that which you'd like to experience, or that which you would not like to experience? 11/11 is your reminder that your consciousness is a sacred, creative vessel that is even now shaping your reality. This is the number that tells you that you are undergoing a spiritual awakening, an awakening to the truth that you are a piece of God and a co-creator of the universe. This number is a calling card, reminding you that you are powerful and that you are sculpting your life with your intention, thoughts, belief, and will force right now. Seeing 11/11 is like the moment in The Wizard of Oz when Dorothy is told that she had the power to go home all along because she was wearing the ruby slippers throughout her whole journey. Just as Dorothy always had the power to click her heels, focus her will, and be transported in the direction of her dearest wishes, you always have the power to focus your consciousness and return to a state of pure union with Source, including pure union with peace, love, wholeness, and your unlimited creative power. On November 11th, 2023, the vibration of 11 is particularly strong because of the way that the numbers of this date reduce down. To calculate the number vibration of a particular date, you add the single digits of that date altogether like this. And on November 11th, 2023, the vibration of the date, including the year, is 11. This is the first time in 9 years that November 11th is actually an 11 master day. Now, in addition to that empowering creative 11 vibration coming through according to the numerology of this date, we also have a major astrological shift occurring. From 11/11 through 11/14, we have a Mars-Uranus opposition occurring across the Scorpio-Taurus axis. This alignment is amplifying our focus on individuality, self-empowerment, self-sovereignty, and standing in our truth. This is a very intense energy with potential to drive you to discover and amplify your power by breaking free from past limitations, fighting for your truth, or taking leading-edge risks with revolutionary thinking. However, know that on the other side of the spectrum, this energy can also be volatile, with the potential to result in polarizing conflicts and overblown use of force or hostility. It's up to you how this energy manifests in your life. Remember, the 1111 Gateway is all about your awakening to your power. You have free will, and the choices you make in how to see, understand, and act are creating your reality at the quantum level. So if things start getting intense, remember to slow down and get intentional about using this intense Mars energy for the higher good. Now, because this energy is so intense, it can bring in literal or figurative earthquakes, including sudden twists of fate, breakdowns, breakthroughs, and unexpected changes. This energy is sort of like the Tower card in the tarot, wherein there is a big breakdown of life structures, or we're potentially thrown into extremes. However, know that every act of destruction in this world is literally always followed by an act of creation. Death is always followed by rebirth. Okay, dial in, because this next message, in my opinion, is one of the most important ones I received from the angels about this entire energy shift. This year, the 1111 portal is essentially bringing in a rebirth of the divine masculine. Let me explain why. Mars is a planet that symbolizes many qualities that are typically associated with the masculine or yang energy side of human consciousness. All human beings have an equal balance of both masculine and feminine energies within, in the same way that all human beings experience both inhaling and exhaling. We need both to sustain the flow of life. Your masculine side is the part of you that encompasses doing, thinking, and controlling, while your feminine side encompasses being, feeling, and surrendering. Both of these sides of your nature have their potentially positive and empowering traits, as well as potentially negative or disempowering traits. In the case of our masculine yang energy, things can fall out of balance when assertiveness becomes aggression, when control becomes manipulation, or when thinking becomes overthinking to the point of anxiety. In recent history, masculine and feminine energy have been out of balance for the whole of the human collective. We have over-suppressed the feminine while overexerting the masculine. On a global scale, this over-masculine energy results in war, overconsumption and exploitation of natural resources, over-competitiveness, and overworking while undernourishing the soul of humanity. The human collective is now gradually working on rebalancing the masculine and feminine forces. This year's 1111 portal is bringing up profound karmic lessons that will invite us to face, understand, and heal fear-based, overexerted masculine energy so that our inner masculine can be reborn. The divine masculine encompasses all of the most harmonious, empowering aspects of the masculine side of our spiritual consciousness, including things like empowered self-discipline that leads to incredible skill and self-mastery, the humble will force that empowers us to meditate in stillness and glimpse the miraculous presence of God that can be found in pure being, the drive to protect and preserve all that is sacred, or the ingenuity to create structures, plans, organizations, and ideas that hold space for miraculous inspiration that comes to us by way of our feminine side. We are now moving through a spiritual portal of energy shifts and lessons that will help us to rediscover these divine masculine qualities and perhaps give them a new place in our hearts, minds, lifestyles, cultures, and societies. In mythology, Mars was often depicted ferociously riding a horse-drawn chariot. The two horses hitched to the chariot were called fear and panic. If Mars didn't take control of fear and panic, they would drive him in the direction of war and destruction. So Mars, the inner masculine, has to hone his strength and take charge of fear and panic using benevolent, empowered will force and control to drive the chariot in the direction he wants to go. This is the karmic lesson we're collectively being guided to learn. To no longer allow fear to control us, but instead to face fear and master it so that we can be the determiners of our own destiny. All of this the 1111 portal peaking on November 11th, the Mars-Uranus opposition peaking on November 12th, are combining with the energy of our new moon in Scorpio, which falls on November 13th. All of these events are blending together since each of these energy shifts lasts several days. The new moon in Scorpio is timed perfectly with 1111 and the Mars rebirth because it powerfully echoes this energy of new beginnings. Set an intention for this new moon. It is the first after eclipse season, setting the precedent for the next 6 months, and it is aligned with this powerful gateway that will be guiding you to reclaim your power, hone incredible willpower and focus, and see big truths coming to light. With this powerful energetic backdrop in mind, we're now ready to receive the angels' 3 big pieces of advice for you for this moon cycle ahead. All 3 of the following angel messages will likely apply to your path in some way, but if you'd like to get a sense of which message is going to be your leading soul lesson and focus, then pick a number 1, 2, or 3 right now. Whichever number you're drawn to will represent your leading theme. Ready? Let's dive in. The angel's first piece of guidance for this 1111 new moon cycle is all about healing conflict. Now, we already discussed the Mars-Uranus opposition around the new moon, but did you know that Mars is actually going to be extremely active throughout much of November? This brings us several weeks worth of energy that is intense and passionate, and that can spark conflict. But it is also inviting us to face conflict in a way that revolutionizes and heals how we deal with conflict. There's a lot of old conflict-based karma surfacing, which is basically an opportunity to learn from past mistakes and rewrite fear-based destructive programming so that conflicts can be resolved with a higher level of mutual understanding and empathy. As we grow on the path of spiritual ascension, our human collective is getting pulled into a deeper level of conscious unity and empathy. In order to bring about that unity and empathy, we have to face, heal, and clear out what stood in the way of our unity and empathy in the past. That means we have to face fears, false prejudices, grudges, and hatreds, and transform them into acceptance, understanding, and forgiveness. All of the challenges and conflicts surfacing right now, whether personal or global, are about doing that work. The healing and rebirth of the divine masculine that we talked about earlier is tough work, but with each step we take to heal past fear, resolve past conflict, and hone our strength, we're tapping into golden spiritual power. You are receiving a personal opportunity, a personal invitation from the universe right now to reprogram how you respond to contrast and conflict. Instead of responding with fear and resistance, you're being invited to respond with faith. Learning to hold faith is one of the most crucial lessons of spiritual ascension. With faith, we are able to allow and embrace transformation and spiritual evolution at all levels of our being. Without faith, we go into fear and resistance, which makes transformation feel very uncomfortable and scary. So, hold on to your faith, call on your angels to help you expand your faith, and know that when you choose faith and love over fear, you are helping to co-create a new earth. The angel's second message for you for this new moon cycle is about psychic awakening. The planet Neptune will be trine to the new moon, Mars, and Ceres, symbolizing rapid spiritual evolution, higher spiritual awareness, and spiritual lessons. According to the angels, many people will be awakening psychic abilities. We all have innate psychic abilities. However, many of us forgot them after our earliest years of childhood. The universe is currently helping you to remember and recover your psychic senses and gifts, including telepathy, psychic empathy, psychic channeling abilities, spiritual healing abilities, and your spiritual oneness with Mother Earth. This is another piece of what is guiding you to remember your power during this 1111 portal. Now, with this psychic awakening, the angels want you to know that many people will be receiving downloads of truth. Your psychic gifts naturally help you to see through illusions. The current energy we're in is incredibly ripe for the veil of past illusions and limited thinking to drop. This could bring in big surprising revelations. This could reveal secrets, insights, or hidden information you need to bring the full truth to light. Once again, the angels are repeating the message to keep the faith. No matter what you learn as new truths are revealed, know that this is for your highest good. You are being guided into the truth that empowers you, and your higher level of psychic awareness will support you in building a life that supports you in this new truth. So trust the insights, messages, or spiritual downloads you receive and allow them to lead you where you are meant to go. The angel's third message for this new moon cycle is all about our sacred earth. The angels wish to remind us that we all hold a sacred soul-level covenant with the earth. The soul of earth agreed to mother us, to bear us, and to hold and support us as we evolve our consciousness. She is a great provider and nourisher, as well as a great teacher, because earth is a place where we must naturally learn discipline and self-mastery. For example, if you want to create anything in the physical plane, you have to learn discipline, devotion, and self-mastery in order to gain the knowledge and skills needed to build and create. This teaches us humble patience, devotion, strength, determination, and many other graces that support us in holding the sacred divine consciousness of love. Mother Earth has been teaching us these lessons from the very beginning of our time with her. And one of the biggest ways we learn this is through our basic survival on this planet, including our relationships with food and shelter. The new moon is conjunct Ceres, the dwarf planet that symbolizes the goddess of grain and fertility. This alignment represents that humanity is currently being guided to learn deep lessons about food, farming, food supply, and nourishing our physical bodies in harmony with nature. We're being guided to learn that our bodies are one with Mother Nature. And so we cannot poison Mother Nature with chemicals and so forth without doing so to our bodies as well. We are receiving soul lessons about returning to nature, reviving the old ways, harmonizing with the sacred web of life, and thereby cleansing and healing our bodies. There is a way of life wherein it is possible for us to wield incredible technology and yet simultaneously hold incredible reverence for our primitive roots and the wisdom that can be found in the oldest ways of life, wherein we lived going with rather than against the flow of nature. Many are awakening to this lesson as we learn to heal, strengthen, and uplift our bodies through shifting our relationship with nature, food, and water. If you're feeling a call into nature this moon cycle, answer it. Mother Earth may just call you into her forests, mountains, deserts, or beaches to help you hear her voice and receive the wisdom that can help you lead the way into a new way of life. Thank you so much for receiving these angel messages today. I would be so honored and grateful if you hit the like button so that other people will be able to receive these messages through YouTube's algorithm too. Thank you for commenting, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell, and for keeping in touch via the links I left for you in the description below. I am so grateful to be sharing with you. Know until next time that you are so loved and so very blessed. Bye!